How does a board game turn to reality? From Season 1, Stranger Things. The game is given away in a nutshell. In this video, we're diving deep into how Dungeons & Dragons didn't just inspire Stranger Things, it shaped its entire universe. From monsters like the Demogorgon to character archetypes is woven into the show's DNA. Imagine this: 4 kids gathered around a table in a dimly lit basement, rolling dice, shouting spells, and battling monsters. What if those monsters didn't stay in the game? What if they crossed into our world? That's exactly what Stranger Things does. It blurs the line between a tabletop game and terrifying reality. Before the Upside Down, before Hawkins, there was Dungeons & Dragons. Launched in the 1970s, the game became a cultural phenomenon. For kids in small-town America, it was more than a pastime. It was a portal to another world. When Stranger Things opens with the group playing Dungeons & Dragons, it's more than nostalgia. It's a blueprint. The show tells us from the first scene, imagination and reality are about to collide. The basement game mirrors the story's structure, where friendship, courage, and creativity are their only weapons against evil. The children themselves, Mike, Lucas, Dustin, and Will, embody the spirit of the game adventurers. A tight-knit party, each with roles, strengths, and weaknesses, working together to survive the unknown. What makes Stranger Things so fascinating is that the kids name the show's creatures after the game monsters, and those names fit better than anyone could predict. The Demogorgon. In the game, a 2-headed demon lord of chaos. In Hawkins, it's the creature that drags Will into another dimension. Its unpredictable nature mimics the fear and randomness of combat rolls in the game, the Mind Flayer. In the game, it's a being that controls minds and hungers for dominance. In the show, it becomes the perfect metaphor for possession, control, and fear, especially in seasons 2 and 3. Vecna, the quintessential villain, a lich turned god of dark magic. In Season 4, Vecna isn't just an Easter egg. He's the show's ultimate evolution of the game's lore into horrifying reality. By giving these monsters the names of game creatures, the kids create a language that helps them make sense of the chaos. It's their way of understanding the incomprehensible, just like how players understand danger through the rules of the game. Every campaign has rules. Hit points, magic systems, dice rolls, everything follows logic. But when the Upside Down invades, those rules twist. Hawkins becomes the board, and the dice never seem to roll in their favor. The campaigns the kids play often foreshadow the storylines ahead. When they roll badly or face impossible odds, it mirrors the real-life dangers they'll soon encounter. Stranger Things uses this to blur boundaries between fiction and reality, suggesting that somehow their imaginations might be shaping the world itself. There's a mesmerizing irony here. The players become characters in their own campaign. Their real lives are the dungeon, the monsters are real, and 11 becomes their most powerful spellcaster. At first glance, 11 doesn't come from Dungeons & Dragons, but she fits perfectly into that world. She's the party's secret weapon, the mage with psychic powers who bends reality to her will. Her powers echo the game's magic users, draining, unstable, immense. She casts metaphorical spells to protect her friends, or open portals between worlds, just like a character using forbidden magic. When the group refers to her abilities, they describe her in gaming terms, because that's how they make sense of their extraordinary friend. Through 11, the show bridges imagination and power, proving that sometimes belief itself can turn fantasy into reality. Every story needs a dungeon master, the one who guides the campaign and controls the world. In Stranger Things, this role shifts. Sometimes it's Mike when leading their basement adventures. Other times, it feels like the Dungeon Master is fate itself, or the Upside Down. Think about it. Characters like Will, Joyce, and Hopper are constantly reacting to the unpredictable twists of their own campaign. Each season feels like a new session, a new quest, and the stakes keep getting higher. The beauty of the writing is that it treats life like a campaign, one where friendship and courage are the strongest spells of all. At its heart, Stranger Things is a coming-of-age story disguised as a horror show. Dungeons & Dragons becomes the metaphor for childhood imagination, a safe space to face monsters they can control. But when those monsters come to life, the kids are forced to grow up fast. The board game that once symbolized creativity and control becomes a mirror for a loss of innocence. The moment when the dice stop deciding the fate of imaginary characters and start deciding their own. That's the instant fantasy becomes frighteningly real. So when we watch Stranger Things, we're not just seeing a sci-fi show about monsters and government labs. We're watching a game come alive, a world where courage, imagination, and friendship rewrite the rules of reality. Maybe the lesson is simple. What we imagine has power. And for the kids of Hawkins, the game they played around a table turned into the adventure of their lives. What do you think? Is this a board game that's turned upside down? Because in Stranger Things, the dice are always rolling. And remember, the game never truly ends. Did you like this video? Well, you are going to love the next one. Just check out one of these next interesting takes.